Hello? 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 Test, test, audio, check, check, check. Okay, we should be live, and ready to go. So, alrighty. Um, if you're tuning in, well, welcome to the stream. If you're a VOD gang, also welcome. But, well, this is the third day in a row that I've streamed, which is quite a change from my previous, record of streaming. Um, I've streamed more time this week than I have over the entire year for the most part. So, what does that mean? I think I am going to try to stream regularly, probably not daily like I'm doing right now, but just trying to do it as frequently as possible right now, just because there are some things that I want to work on stream. And I think it'd be great to for content and easy to share. So, yeah, I guess I'll talk a little bit onto what I'll be doing for the stream right now, and kind of my plans, I guess, for like this series of streams. So I mentioned it a little bit yesterday on my stream, but I want to work on a Neurosama clone. Now, I have started a project in the past where I was trying to do like a Neurosama clone, or something along the lines of that. And I do have it on GitHub actually for it. Let's see. I do have it on GitHub for people to see. Like, this was a very rudimentary example or kind of step towards doing it. So I might be using some code from this this repository, but I think I really want to start from scratch. I want to design this like an engineer would design it, and so I'm going to collect and think of like the project requirements, all of the stuff that's needed for building the project that I can see at the current moment, plan that out, and then start to design and build it. So, yeah, today's stream is just going to be planning. Going to be planning how to build this Neurosama clone, and I'll take you guys along the journey with it. So, give me one moment to cough. And we're back. So, yeah. What I have here is kind of like a project requirements document that I started yesterday, and I'm just gonna continue building upon it. So, I know some of you guys in the chat contributed, or kind of contributed to some of the ideas here. So, with this coaster, I need to look that up. But for the most part, we'll be just kind of designing what we need for this Neurosama clone. If you are have any ideas or anything like that, if you're watching the VOD, feel free to comment the ideas, or if I'm missing anything in the implementation, if you're watching live as well, feel free to pitch in your 2 cents too. Okay, so for I was thinking through this a little bit yesterday, and I was like, all right, so I have my must-have, should-haves, would be nices, the 3 little things, 3 little priorities, high, medium, low prio, for things that I need to work on. But I want to kind of separate it into different components that I can build out as individual modules. So, what in the advertisement? Hold on, give me a second.
And stay on track, so your team.
Hey, Lasdrin, thank you for tuning in. If you just tuned in, basically what I'm working on is kind of like this Neurosama clone, and I'm just planning it out right now, just to kind of have a roadmap moving forward in order to build something like this. So instead of just winging it and which I've done many times in the past, we are going to be planning it through. So, alrighty, my music should be back. So yeah, like I was saying, I want to modularize some of these things. So let me switch some of these around. And I'm going to separate this into like big pieces that I know that I need. So I definitely need must-haves. Here, I can split these into subsections. I need an LLM. I need TTS. I need ASR, which is automatic speech recognition. Automatic speech recognition. So I need an LLM. I need TTS, and then of course, you need your VTuber model for all of the other stuff. I mean, I'll probably have this as a lower priority, but really, for our LLM, we'll need this ASR engine, understand and then I guess I'll just put like utilities. So like reading chat, it would be kind of like a utility thing. It's gonna need a VTuber model, TTS engine. Okay. Yes. Move with speech, etc. Is this cursor? Yeah, this is indeed cursor. I think cursor is pretty nice. I've been using it for about like almost half a year now. Maybe like 3 months, maybe not half a year. And it's been pretty nice. Pretty it helps out a lot. Like if I just need to ask something here, like blah blah blah, then it can give me an answer. I don't have to go into ChatGPT or Claude in order to do that. And I just have it right here. I do have the premium like plan for it. I almost canceled recently though, because Claude Code is just, Claude Code is just leagues above Cursor in my opinion. Like there are many things that I can get done with Cursor or with Claude Code that I can't with Cursor in a reasonable time or reasonable fashion, and Claude Code just understands the project much better. So if it becomes cheaper or if we get more access to Claude Code eventually, I probably will be canceling my Cursor subscription, but we'll see how things progress. Okay, and then I do want those same sections here. LLM, TTS, ASR, VTuber model. How do you, Lazarine, how is your experience with Cursor? Do you use it for big projects or one-off scripts or anything like that? I found it's pretty useful for like one-off scripts. Does help out with some of the bigger projects, but sometimes it gets lost. But that could be my my prompting skills. Alright, this is part of the VTuber model. Decision mechanism for choosing chats. This might fall under LLM. I mean, maybe. Yeah. Continuous dialogue. I think this would fall under LLM. Ooh, this would be utility. I think this would also fall under utility slash, I guess I should say tools. Gotcha. One-offs, yeah. No, I've definitely found it's great for those type of things. You know, if I just need something programmed up real quick and I'm not really familiar with how to do it, I'll just be like, yo, cursor, make this script to automate this data processing based on this text file, stuff like that. It works fairly well with. Okay, so I mean, as I don't know if I'm bloating. I don't know if I'm bloating this, but all right, so let's see. Okay. So for kind of like the Neurosama clone, we have like the brains, or we can separate this into multi agents to do certain tasks. Question mark. Kind of have like a brains LLM that can make decisions, function calling, and then like a conversationalist like LLM part that talks. I need a vector, a database for memories. I need to figure out how that works. A way to prioritize memories. So we'll leave that at that for now. TTS. We would say, I mean, this is pretty general. Part of the must-haves is output. What is it? Output speech. Output intelligible speech in a reasonable amount of time. So don't need to go too ham there. It's just TTS. Understand myself. Understand the user or speaker slash microphone input. VTuber model, yeah, move with speech. That's really like it for the must-have. Reading chat via YouTube, via Twitch, or API. Yeah, for the interaction, this is absolutely necessary. And then I think for more utility tools, I would actually say no, I'll leave that. No, utilities. Yeah, reading chat definitely needed for this. So, what else for the must-haves do I need? LLM, multi-agent, like brains, conversation, and then some memories. Then it needs to be able to speak. Then it needs to be able to understand input. Am I forgetting anything here? VTuber model, move with speech, and then reading chat via YouTube API or Twitch API. I think that's pretty much it for like absolute bare bones for what I need it to be able to do. Okay, and then now we can move over into kind of like the should-haves section. And I'm just going to throw these in here just to make it a little bit easier for my eyes to separate. Okay, so it'd be nice to have a decision mechanism for choosing chats. A way to continually talk, even if no new chats messages come in, aka like continuous dialogue. And then text-to-speech should sounding natural. I'd say real time. I mean that should be possible. Real time. We'll leave it at that. I mean, don't really need should haves too much for ASR. Should be real time. And then voice syncs with mouth. Maybe some motions with speaking. Alright, and then some utilities and tools. What else would we need? Like grabbing images on the screen and being able to analyze them. That is pretty nice. Trying to think what else would be needed. Oh, maybe like sound effects. Some sound effects to randomly use. Sound effects would be nice. Okay. And then for like the would be nices, I mean there's a lot that could go into here. But like multiple agents, I don't know, analyzing certain tasks and choosing the best output out of them, stuff like that. Maybe I'm like, huh. Actually, I'm gonna add this into the would be nicest area. I don't know if we could even do this, but I don't know if we could do like emotion based movements or dynamic movement based on the context of the text response. ASR, pretty much nothing here, I think. I mean, it's pretty bare bones for that. And then would be nice is, I already said sounding natural, real time. I don't even think we need it to sound natural for should have. That'd be like a would be nice for text to speech. I think one more for text to speech would be nah, I don't think I need too many. Okay, I'm thinking through this, and I'm like, all right, let's go through. Let me go through this and try to think if this is enough for me to go off of. Definitely, as I'm building things, we could probably see, or we could probably come up with different things to find. But you know, instead of thinking off of everything off the top of my head, I was like, we could actually just like watch her on Twitch, right? See what's going on here. Like I'm going off of the top of my head, which is good, but we could just like watch. We just like watch some of her clips, right? This is not Neurosama. Beetle 987 is Neurosama. Ah, my ears.
My xenomorph is doing better now, thanks for asking. _hired arsonist. I'm trying to convince Xeno to burn things down with me, but she's a bit overwhelmed at the moment. I'm working on recruiting her.
Oh, karaoke. Oh, okay. For this, we'll need karaoke. Would be a nice. Should have. What would karaoke fall under? Not TTS. Okay. Speech to speech. Okay, S2S. Should have karaoke. Okay. Let's see what else.
Yeah, there's a plan to sing Boom later. Bet none of you remember the artist. Bets on many people in this chat remembering my birthday? Didn't think so. Did Vidal AI pay me? He just calls me fake. Who's laughing now?
Oh, okay. I guess reading super chats, huh? Wait. Is that a super chat?
Otherwise, you'll find out.
Bits. No, highlighted messages. How the heck do we do that? I mean, it's gonna be a lot of like Twitch stuff that I'd have to figure out for this. Let's see. Reading highlighted messages. Bits. Maybe even super chats. Okay. Part of these should haves. Hey Siddharth, thank you for tuning in. Not in touch with coding these days, studying for Master's Entrance. But your Koki TTS video helped me a lot, and help you a lot in your final year project. So thanks. Well, very much appreciate it. I am glad that my videos were able to help you out wherever you needed it. I'm just glad that people are able to find the videos useful, and pretty much that's why I like to put them out there and release it, because sometimes I wish that I had videos that I could look at to help in specific areas. I know the text-to-speech stuff is very niche, so yeah, glad I could be of use. So hopefully I can continue that streak in the future.
Aoi koi daidairo no hai.
Okay, I don't know if we can play these type of things on. I'll have to read like TOS stuff. But okay, that's just karaoke. I need to gather more info on like what other neuro stuff is in here. Yesterday.
Taco Bell's 5, 7, and 9
no, Taco Bell.
Boxes.
Oh no.
The $5 classic box. Indulge in the $7 supreme
Oh no.
box. Or
Taco Bell. Not the advertisements, no. No, I'm gonna go get Taco Bell.
The 5 steps to ML being Kittison Black.
Oh wait, what was that? What was
You
that
all
delay?
know I'm not a grass touch enjoyer, right? I find it overrated. You all should strive to be more like me. Yeah, Vidal sometimes tries to make me try to grass touch, but he doesn't understand how...
Oh, I was like, okay. Personality should have some personality. Either a prompt or a fine-tuned model. Yeah. Oh, would be nice is a secondary. Yeah, let's see, like an evil like interaction. Yeah, that would be nice.
Life-changing it is to never feel the outside world. There is something addicting about full-on isolation. You all should try it. It's a fun time. The 5 steps to ML
Okay, that's
being
pretty low
citizen-
delay. It's like a second delay, I think, on like the TTS plus LLM. But this could also be like, this message could also have been like in the background, and it shows once the generation is finished.
Whack.
Could be.
1. Are you in or not? Feel my cake. Yeah, some of the names for
Oh, there's 2 of her. Okay. Oh no. No, live. No. I wonder if we can go to like a developer stream. This is interesting. Collaboration streams. Well, I don't know who I'm going to be collaborating with, so I'll put that later. GeoGuessr, I think that could be considered grabbing images on the screen and analyzing them. Dev stream. All right, let's take some of Vidal's magic here.
Not a cat, but you know what? It's close enough to start it, but I don't. You're right. That's had a profound impact on the development of.
Oh, there is this there's this interesting thing. Should haves. I should be able to prioritize developer, aka Jared, over chat messages so that it responds some type of queue injection or something like that. Oh, you guys can see. But yeah, I just added this prioritize developer, aka me, over chat messages.
Is what? Your massive gaming skills.
No, it's a little hard for me to say, but I made a mistake recently.
Uh-oh, mistake.
Oh no, what was it?
I booted up Electro for the first time.
Balach.
You made it through grammar school for the first time.
No,
This is
game-
awkward. Do you want me to come back later?
no, it's okay. Don't worry about it. The game was captivating. That's all. No, I'm kidding. I have.
All kinda big. Or big in muscle. Big
A
in
plushie. Alright, we'll add that to the if even ever finished and successful. What? Make plushies. But yeah, no, I don't think anybody wants a Jared plushie,
fame.
so
Big in wealth. It's oh my
Ones I
plush
kind of strategies.
merch.
plans for the rest of the year.
I know. Chinatown Blues and the full story.
Song. Oh, this is kind of cool. Niku today やってるのか? Yeah. まだ。あと、ライブの後、筋肉トレーニングをしている。
Well, there. So,
筋トレ。悪かった。That's right. Hey, isn't it Niku train? Training your meat. 日本語の勉強は100カードをしていましたか？していました。
For everyone. So.
You in his arms.
Well,
You
like
are
it's
cursed.
8 p.m.
We are
Dun, dun,
developing
dun, dun, do, 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 do,
the
do,
VTubers of the future.
do, 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 do.
Okay. 100枚だけのか。はい。100枚だけ。今日200押したい。
You know, maybe now it'll be something else. It won't be.
Hey Thomas, thank you for the super chat. Very much appreciate it. Glad I could be of help here, and very much appreciate the kind words, and that's why I like to release the content. I release the content to show you guys some of the things that I've learned, some things that I do, and hopefully you guys find it useful. So I'm glad that you have been able to use my content to help you out, and thank you for tuning in. So yeah, currently we are just going through what I want to build is like this Neurosama clone. Neurosama is a VTuber, and so I'm just creating a kind of a project requirements list, and so that's what we are doing here right now, so that we could hopefully build something similar. Not going to be an exact clone, but just as best as I can. So we'll see how that is. Alright guys, give me one moment. Howdy, I'm back. Just had a quick little call. Voice crack. But yeah. See what else we got in this.
Beetle, it's decided to listen to any of
Fortiki,
that.
thank you for tuning in once more again. Just a quick synopsis on what I'm doing is I am, working on the Neurosama clone stuff that I was
Just kidding.
working on yesterday, but pretty much just going through or just scanning through some of the streams to see what Videl is doing. Mute. So that we can get a more in-depth project requirements list. But man, it's been crazy to watch how Neurosama has been developing. Like it is such a great project. There's so much complexity that's probably so much complexity in here and so much thought into it. It's great to see. It's like Minecraft could be nice. Minecraft could be nice. What's up, Johnny9? Thank you for tuning in once again. Just a quick kind of synopsis. Working on the Neurosama clone project requirements, and kind of just going through some of the old streams, some of the streams here to try to get some ideas. Okay, I think that's like, if we take a look at the project requirements, I think we pretty much have everything that we need for a baseline here. Like LLM, some type of brains and conversationalist, a vector database for memories, you know, text to speech, automatic speech recognition, move with speech, reading chats via API, yada yada yada. And then for our should haves, this is where the life of the project comes to be. So like decision mechanism for choosing chats, a way to continually talk in case no one is conversating, personality, prompt or fine-tuned model, text to speech, S2S, real time, and karaoke would be nice. Auto speech recognition, prioritize developer for speech, voice syncs with mouth, emotions with speaking, and then some abilities to grab images and read highlighted messages or bits or super chats. Those are our should haves. And then of course would be nice is something like an evil like interaction, multiple agents. I guess that would maybe I wouldn't fall into the same category. Text to speech sounding natural, auto speech recognition, I don't think there's anything there. VTuber model, emotion based movements or dynamic movement based on the context of the text responses, utilities, tools, Discord chatting, and then sound effects, stuff like that. Oh, we'll say, I mean, I kind of want to do playing games here. I think we could do this. Like, I've been working on some reinforcement learning recently. I'm trying to figure that stuff out, to try to learn how to play some video games. So I've been playing around with that. I would like to work on that area, so I am bumping this up from like a would be nice to like a should have area, so that maybe we can learn how to do this together. I really want to get it playing. I really want to be able to get it to parry in Expedition 33. So, yeah. But Thomas, oh yeah, the complexity is going to be nuts. Like, on the surface, when you think about it, you know, this is how, on the surface, it's fairly simple to make a chat agent. The complexity is all of the interactions, all of the different inputs, and factoring all of that into like the output. So I was going to build this architecture. Here is my architecture plan. This is kind of like my idea. What is it? I can't. Okay, so we're gonna whip out like a. What is this? We're gonna whip out MS Paint, right? So this is kind of how I have it envisioned. We have kind of like a brain, or decision, decision mechanism. It's like a PM. And we are going to have a bunch of different inputs, which is going to output pretty much TTS. Like the end is TTS, but like the complexity is this brains part, because we need to be able to decide between like images, chats, the developer or me, oh my god, speech, and this is probably going to be a continual loop. Yeah, we could do like that's why. Like it's pretty simple if you think about it. We've got inputs, we've got brain and decision making, and then we've got TTS. That is what it breaks down to be. But I think you're oversimplifying this brains part, this decision making mechanism. We could use ladder logic to do that, where we hard code it, or we can try to decide it with an LLM. So it's as simple as this. You have your inputs, you have your decision making, and then you have your outputs. But the complexity is our decision making mechanism here. And then of course, you're going to wanna this is gonna be your threading. So yeah, this is our beautiful code block diagram for it. And I think we have everything that we need to do for here. So we could even start to get a little bit of the implementation out here. I don't have experience with Fast API, but I want to build this with Fast API because I want to be able to host, like, let's say like a controller on its kind of its own local link to where it just sends like the inputs to it and they can make decisions based on that way. So yeah, I was like, okay, LLMs break. Yeah, I've had experiences with LLMs breaking for decision making, but I haven't tested them out in like 6 months. Maybe they've adapted from then. Maybe Gemini chat if more than 50 chatters take. Yeah, this is the decision or the chat decision making. Yeah, I can see that. We'll write that down. Let's see, number based. Pick between a few. And then Thomas, you went with the LLM for decision making, the message list of available functions, and then yeah, I think that's gonna be the most natural way to do it. So I don't think I want to do a giant list of hard-coded logic in there. Gemini with custom output, like actually have it return custom JSON. I think I was gonna do that with like yeah, the brains here, an LLM that can make decisions. So yeah, OpenAI or other commercial model. You said Gemini, so I'll have to try Google's Gemini for this to see what we can return with that, because yeah, it's pretty fast, huh? Okay, so yeah, I assume we'd have like the controller with all of our stuff. tts.py, lm.py, asr.py, asr, llm, tts. What else did I have in there? Oh yeah, I don't need any of the other ones. Maybe like, utils. Utils.py, right? And then we are going to do something like uv init. Do all of this. Get this initialized. Is it uvvnv? There, we'll remove that. I want to do uvvnv Python 3.11. Shoot, hold on. I forgot how to create VNV with specific Python. UV VNV Python version. Okay, we need UV VNV Python 3.11. Okay, cool. So got that in there. Yeah, not located in source. We'll move them all into source. Let's see, ASR controller LM. I don't need main source. CLS or clear. Alrighty. Lay chat by Mistral. Le chat. Is that a chat model? Le chat. I've been out of the LLM space a little bit, so there it is. Le chat. I'll have to take a look at that. See, the thing is sometimes when you're inside of, if you have stuff inside of source, if you're running things from the source folder, it starts to run into issues with finding things. So if you just shove everything in the root, makes the pathing easier. But I mean, we could add source to the Python path, and it could find some things there. So, alrighty, what time is it? 11:54, huh? Interesting. Alrighty, well, I'll take a look at Lit Chat. Let me add that into kind of like maybe some stuff to look at. Lit Chat by Mistral. Throw that in there. Alrighty, well, I think that's it for the most part. I do now want to, I mean, I've got like, I only wanted to stream for like an hour, so that means I've got about 5 more minutes here. But text-to-speech engine, what TTS are we gonna be using? I think we are gonna use DMO Speech 2. You called it, Foriki. We are gonna be using DMO Speech 2. And you know what that means? That means I have to make it an installable library. Alrighty, so how do we do that? Well, let me go ahead and CD out of this, CD into DMO, DMO Speech, open this up in Cursor, and now it's opened up in Cursor. So let's change what cursor windows you guys can see. Here we are. So yes. So we'd want to make this into a installable library that we can actually use. Let's check our git status here. Let's change my, add some things here. Gonna do VS Code, don't need that. I mean, all.wave. I mean, I kind of don't want to do all.wave, but I already have some of the examples. They're already in GitHub, so it doesn't really matter. They're already being tracked, so. What the heck is this? Delete that. And then I don't need Kokoro, so. Yeah, we'll move this into personal. Okay. Git status. Pi project, generate. Oh, and then personal, I always have a git ignore in here where we ignore everything and then not git ignore. Okay. So now we want to make this into a package. I think the Pi project toml should be good enough for this. Okay. Hey, well, if that's what real men do, then I don't want to be a real man. I want to build it myself. What open source TTS cloning is great? The best. Many languages. Many languages is the kicker. You're not going to really find many that have many languages. If you do want one with many languages, XTTS2. XTTS2 is going to be it. But you're probably going to best be... if you want English, use something like Chatterbox. Okay. Source. Right, and inference. Okay. So I think yeah, I always forget how to build my it's probably like bad programming on my end of things, but like once I have something already written up, usually I just go back to check it to see and figure out how the heck I allowed it to be built as like a package. So where do I want to go? I think voice star is okay. No. Let's do Gradio. Project. Copy this. Slap this in here. Pipe Project Toml. Oh, maybe I want to use Hatch. Okay, we'll use Hatch. I like Hatch better. Alrighty. Source. Alrighty, I think we can just get add all. Should be fine. Yeah. Alright, we can do... Package. Okay. Okay. Now we'll go back into the other one. Alrighty. DMO Speech. Alright, get the UV add. Actually, we might be able to just do this, right? Mm-mm-mm. DMO Speech 2. Hmm. Okay, let me try to, let me get this working inside of the DMO Speech repo first. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Matches project name DMO Speech with dependencies. All right, let's check this out. Hmm. Interesting. Trying to figure out what the issue is between having done that, and maybe I will rename this to DMO Speech too. Okay, this is done. Okay, let's let me see if I could do UV. Is it UV pip? UV pip install. Source. Bin activate. Oh. What in the world? It's because I'm in the wrong repository here. What in the strange business is this? Holy moly. Okay. Yeah, what in the world is going on? UV sync. Deactivate UV sync. Why is it 3.9? I swear to goodness I created this with 3.11. We're gonna delete this. Yeah, I think DMO Speech is gonna pick up some steam. If we take a look at DMO Speech to GitHub. This had 100 stars yesterday. This now has 136 stars today, and I think it'll have more stars once I make the YouTube video on it. So, we will see though. UV sync. Alrighty, cool. UV. Alright. What is going on here? This is 311, right? Oh my god. Pi project 311. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Like I said, like UV has its quirks. I mean, I managing everything with like VE and V I'm pretty used to. But yeah, UV is interesting. Okay. Okay. So I am doing everything on WSL2 here. The only reason that I'm doing this on WSL is because Claude Code is only on WSL2. However, I did find out that Claude Code is now available on Windows. So, get out of here, AI. There should be a Windows. It should be available. available on Windows, I thought. Windows setup with git bash. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to get this up on Windows, because that's pretty much the only reason that I'm using WSL. I do think that Linux is a little bit it's just better kind of for developing, especially with these AI things, just because libraries and all that stuff. But maybe I'll stay on WSL too. I don't know. We'll see. I think, Jensen Huang is like, all right, everything is gonna be done on WSL too. So, everything should be available to work on it. So, Hiffer, thank you for tuning in. All you need for a better than Neurosama clone, just make sure that it has a consistent personality. Oh, really? I haven't watched enough Neuro to, kind of, what is it? To see like if the personality changes over time. I really just see clips here and there. So, I think that's hard though, right? The problem hasn't been solved yet, so if the problem does get solved, that'll be a wonder. The reason she probably acts kind of sketched though is because the memories are changing all the time, right? It's like a new, what is it? Yeah, you've got your context windows, and it's consistently changing, and all of that stuff. I mean, hallucinating is fun. I think hallucinating is fun. Maybe I'll have to just like throw on some Neuro streams and then just watch them, just to see how they work. But I don't think consistency, personality is like a solved problem, just because context windows, right? And I assume unless you're fine-tuning a model, if you're just using prompts, then it's gonna be all over the place. Now, we don't know what type of model is running Neuro behind the scenes, but I personally think it's like a fine-tuned GPT model, but it could be different nowadays. Okay, cool. We've got our DMO Speech 2 installed here. And let me see how this is. Alright, DMO Speech 2. Okay, so cool. So we have this as something that can be installed now. And then, let's see. DMO inference. Okay, so we can do. Oh, nice. We can just make a class. Oh, nice. This is actually fairly easy to make. Cool. Okay, so we are gonna we'll change this to DMO Speech 2 for all of these, so that it can find it. DMO Speech 2. I know, I'm constantly going over, huh? Ah, boy. Well, here's the thing. I had a YouTube video that I was going to edit. I had a YouTube video that I was going to edit on how to use DMO Speech 2, but changing these things now makes it incompatible with the YouTube video that I was going to record. So I got to record a new YouTube video for it. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Dang it. Andre Louise, no thoughts on C++ or pure Python. No thoughts. I did a little C++ in college, but beyond that, my C++ knowledge is next to nigh. Yeah, we're gonna run pure Python. Oh man. Oh, you guys haven't been able to see any of the work I've been doing. My bad, my bad. But currently I am in the DMO Speech 2 repository. Kind of just hit a dilemma where I had recorded a video for DMO Speech 2 on how to set it up. But by changing some of these instantiations, it's going to mess up that YouTube video. So I'll need to re-record. Sorry, yeah, no, I was supposed to change it in OBS. Oh man. Yeah, sometimes I'll just sit around like thinking to myself, how the heck do I not change a library to mess up a YouTube video? And usually it's because I failed to show how to use a branch in a YouTube video. Alright. I'm just gonna re-record how to use DMO Speech. Yeah, I'm just gonna re-record how to use DMO Speech to actually, no. I'll just re-record a section of the video where I show you what hash to use from the Git repository for DMO Speech. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Alrighty, cool. Dilemma over. I mean, I'm on the main branch. Add stuff, git push. Okay, so with that, we should be able to use DMO Speech properly, and my little dilemma should be solved by showing or modifying the part of the video where I just show you how to use a different hash instead of pulling from the main branch alone. Okay, we are going to get sync once more again. Oops, UV sync. Or UV DMO speech to UV. Is it gonna pull it? Oh, it's not gonna pull it. Boo. Okay, UV add. Alright, cool. So we should be able to test this out inside of TTS by following the importing mechanism that is used here. Oh no, not here. Speech to. Oh, it's not there. I'll just copy it real quick. CD out. We'll do CP DMO generated audio and move it into Neuroclone. Alright, so here we go. We've got our file. Wait. Why the... Why is it pulling the wrong Python interpreter? 311. Okie dokie. Close out of this real quick. Neuro. Okay. Alright. Yeah, definitely, Andre. I mean, I think it's a cool project. There's a lot of stuff to learn while making something like this. So, like that's the main reason that I'm doing it, because there's a crap ton of things that can be learned here. Alright. So, I'm going to make this smaller so I can see things. We can just copy this. Copy these. And then if name is pass. Right. We're going to copy the checkpoints into here. Right, we have our checkpoints. Cool. Right. What is the student one? Is CUDA 5 TTS base. Okay. 16, start step, args temp, do something like that. And then we've got a voice here. We can,
Kokoro is an open-weight TTS model with 82 million parameters.
Kokoro is a TTS. Alright, 2. Kokoro is a TTS. Kokoro is an open-weight CTS model with 82 million parameters. Right, and then we can save this to output wave, and I think we should be able to run this like this. Hi Gunnar, thank you for tuning in. Do you have any plans for handling multiple users' inputs with recognition of each? Simulating a group call. Somewhere along the lines, that is it. Yeah, or somewhere down, yeah, somewhere along the line that'll probably be added. Kind of like how I'll probably look at the logic on like how Silly Tavern does it, and then go from there. But I assume it's just, you know, injecting different what is it? Different user prompts at different times, or different agent prompts. Oh boy. Alright, let me go back to DMO Speech. There are some things that I need to fix. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go like this: F5 TTS dot wait, maybe not even dot. From wait a second, why is it from F5 TTS? Okay, there are a crap ton of these from F5 TTSs. We need to change them to from DMO Speech 2.F5 TTS. I think that's it. Okay. What's up, Maximiliano? Thank you for tuning in. I should be leaving here soon, but I'm kind of stuck on just getting this going. Get status, get add, get package stuff, get push. Already. Already. Yeah, Kokoro is really good. There's a reason. There's a reason it's got such a strong following. It's super fast, very high quality. Overall, would recommend. No module named DMO Speech 2 F5. Oh, don't tell me I messed up on the naming. I did mess up on the naming. Oh no. I gotta do this again. Gotta do this. Get status. Get add. Get commit. Update. Naming. Get push. Okay. 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 Cool. It's loading. We're in the clear. We should be good to go. Alrighty, it's loading. It should generate the audio and boom. No. Dang it. No module named the guidance module. Alright, where are you, guidance module? Guidance. Wait, guidance model or guidance model or guidance module? Guidance model, I think. Okay, I'll probably debug like DMO Speech 2 as a package off stream, just because I've got to do a bunch of trial and error just to find out which modules I need to change imports for, and that's going to be a lengthy process. I think. Or hold on, maybe not. Maybe I could just ask Claude Code to do this all for me. Let's try that. Hey, Claude Code. Maybe I shouldn't. I am working on making this into a package. I am working on making DMO Speech 2 into a package, but there are many imports that are missing and need to be renamed to look for DMO Speech 2. Then look for DMO Speech 2 with something like DMO Speech 2, enter module name. Wait. What is going on? Yesterday I was able to do like shift enter with Claude, and it would allow me to enter new stuff, but I guess not today. Can you debug the entire package so that generate audio.py works? Alright, maybe we just send it like this. It's gonna do its magic, and I don't have to do any of the trial and error stuff that I previously would have to. So well, we'll sit around and see what Claude Code can cook. See if we can do this a little bit faster. All right, but yeah. You know what's funny, Piper? I haven't tried beyond like some simple generations. I probably should try a little bit more. Like, some people say Piper is really good, really fast. It's good for embedded systems and stuff like that. But I've never gotten around to checking it out too much. Oh yeah, no, I love the Chinese models. They work super well. It's so interesting. Like, a lot of the what is it? A lot of the text-to-speech stuff is coming out of China. Like, a lot of the speech-to-speech stuff as well came out of China. Like, RVC is China, Soviets, I believe, Soviets SVC was China. This new Index TTS2 that's coming out is Alibaba or Bilibili, so that's China. There's a lot of good stuff coming out of them, like Quen, DeepSeek. So hey, you gotta keep an eye out on what's coming out of them over there. You know, I was like, you know what's interesting? I have like LLMs for like different tasks. Like, for most things, I use ChatGPT. For like general questions, for coding, I now use Claude. Like, for requests that get denied by Claude or ChatGPT, I go to Grok. So, so yeah, there's like a. Oh, look at this! Look at this! There's pretty much an LLM for every single different situation you need. Like, I was trying to get ChatGPT or OpenAI, yeah, ChatGPT to give me a list of words that I could use for like an auto moderator to block. So that includes a bunch of bad words and slurs. But, you know, OpenAI's ChatGPT just kept giving me a bunch of asterisks. I went to Grok to ask it to do the same task, and boom, gave me everything that I needed. So yeah, it's good to have different LLMs to do different tasks. Hey, I you know, that's a fair critique of Grok. I don't know what it was doing like last week, man, but that was freaking crazy. I was like, I think it's a little more tame now. It's so interesting how often it gets used on X and Twitter. Underneath every single Twitter or X post, you have like @Grok, explain this to me. It's an interesting phenomena. I also don't know how much how much money they're burning with that, because it's like literally everywhere. So, you know, that's interesting. But I think AI systems have the opportunity to become the least biased systems out there, eventually, hopefully. But I don't know. It's really hard to have an unbiased system trained by humans who have biases. Yeah, I think, I think XAI is probably bleeding a crap ton of money with Grok. Like, it's crazy. How much they are, I don't know, but I think it's interesting because, they're getting a bunch of training data with Grok. So, it's kind of a I guess they're solving the data problem. Maybe not. Yeah, when it comes to big money things, I don't really, I'm not an expert in it either, so can't claim I know what's best for it. Yeah, I think, the Grok waifu stuff is very interesting. I mean, I feel like everything converges, right? Everything converges, and we're seeing the convergence happen. Okay, I successfully debugged and fixed the entire DMO speech package to resolve import issues. Here's what was accomplished. Oh, okie dokie. Let's run this and see if it works. Hey, thank you for tuning in, 0BTC. Currently finishing up. I am 45 minutes overdue for this stream. So we'll see. But, oh, okay. Alrighty. Now let me... Fixes. Import fixes. Oops. Did this just so okay, so Claude Code, I just asked Claude Code to fix it. And if it fixed the generate audio here, well, that just saved me like an hour of work. And meanwhile, I just got to chit chat on the chat. Okay. Okay. Close, but not quite. Now reintroduce the bug and let Gwen fix it. No, thank you. I mean, I could just go to a different hash and see if that works. But, okay, it's missing out on our tokenizers. Okay, here I have the final prompt that I'm gonna tell Claude, and it's gonna fix it. Watch. Watch, 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 watch. Watch this. Okay. Is the error I'm getting in another repo? I need you to only use static imports, no dynamic stuff. Hey, 40K, we're not making that joke here. We're not making that joke here. What's up, my name? Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, you know, right now I'm just kind of working through the project here that I wanna do, which is like working on a Neurosama clone. So we will see. Okay. But yeah, there is, I use a lot of AI as well for development, just to either speed things up or work on implementations that I don't know of. So yeah, you'll see a lot of that, a lot of I can't even speak, a lot of both coding and just vibe coding. So Zero BTC, what do I think is the best TTS model I've tried? The best TTS models that my go-tos would be GPT Sovitz for things like if you need like dialogue for games, GPT Sovitz is pretty good for that. Anime style voices, GPT Sovitz is pretty good for that. Chatterbox is up and coming, really good. And then this, I would also recommend Style TTS 2, but DMO Speech 2 I think is going to overtake it. So I think DMO Speech 2 is going to be a little bit better and faster than Style TTS 2. The DMO Speech 2 training code hasn't yet been released, so we can't really train the DMO Speech audio or anything like that yet. Model can refer to a lot of things here, so if you're talking about like the Neurosama brain, we are probably gonna go with just a prompt in the beginning to kind of have like a personality for it, and then maybe we'll do a little bit of fine-tuning in the case that we need to fine-tune it to be, you know, have a better personality or something like that. So we'll see. Okay, yeah, LLM and voice model. So LLM, we're just gonna simply use a personality prompt, a system prompt in the beginning, see how far we can go with that. And then for the voice model, the voice model is going to be DMO Speech 2 for now. So yeah. Yeah, Neurosama, we are going to, I think I actually am going to follow through with trying to create a Neurosama clone. I've tried in the past, and I've said in YouTube videos in the past, but haven't really followed through with it. So right now, I think I'm going to try to do it on stream for as much as possible and stuff like that. MW, thank you for tuning in. What code client am I using? Do I still prefer Cursor to Claude Code? I'm betting I want to go back to Claude Code. Claude Code is way better than Cursor in my opinion. It's able to figure things out better. It's able to follow instructions better. And it's overall easier to just set and go. So right now, I'm not even looking at what Claude Code is giving me. I'm just clicking enter and reading chat. So we'll see if that's a good thing. But I'd say give Claude Code a try again if you aren't using it. I think it's fairly useful. So, Tien my TV hole. Do you intend to give it some emotional expression? Hopefully, but you know, we'll see. its emotion is still still kind of like what is it? An unsolved kind of thing in TTS. It's not fully natural yet, so we'll see if we can get it there. Okay. Moved data into package structure. Okay. Dynamic imports with static pass. From go up to DMO Speech to package root. Okay, so we're gonna hope that more package stuff get push. Okay, so we are now able to probably just let's CLS clear, UV remove, UV add. Bam. Alright. And now we'll go ahead and try this again. Have I ever tried to train a TTS model to learn non-verbal tags? I don't know why a lot of the models have their don't have that in their base models. Non-verbal tags, yeah, I have tried to do it in the past, but the issue with non-verbal tags is you need to have a bunch of non-verbal tags in order to actually hold on, let me stop this quick. Alright, back to your question. Non-verbal tags, you need to annotate the data with non-verbal tags, and there aren't any speech recognition models that transcribe those into the text accurately. So that is being worked on, and that's why they don't really exist inside of the base models yet. So that's a question. That's a work in progress type of thing. My camera is gone, so you guys can't see me. My goodness, that's probably a symbol that I should be ending stream soon. Okay. Yeah, so camera is back. I guess I will be wrapping up stream soon, but look at that. Claude Code has fixed the package here. We completely vibed and just talked to chat while it did it in the background. All right, let's see.
Chao? Tate?
Okay, and it's 2,000. Holy. Wait, no, that's fine. That's fine. Let me see. I think tokenize a name. I was like, this should be working for the most part. There's probably some debugging stuff that will need to be done here for this to get working, but anyways, where else was I at? Question, will you be able to create your own voice clone even without a GPU? Probably not. You're probably better off doing zero-shot voice cloning, which means you just use a single reference speech or a single reference audio file to clone a voice, and you'll have to work with that. Luckily, these models are getting better and better for that, so you just have to wait until a zero-shot CTS model is indistinguishable from fine-tuned ones, and you should be good to go. But let's see. Oh, Gemini can transcribe nonverbal tags. Well, we'll have to look at that. If it can do it accurately inside of the text, then we're looking at some better ways of dataset creation. So, yeah, we are going to put this to none. Oh, sorry. There's a lot of models. There's a lot of models that are going to be using tandem here. For an LLM, zero-shot LLMs I think are already fairly good. But if we're talking about getting this whole project up and running, I think we could probably do this on a low VRAM GPU, but I haven't clocked how much VRAM this project is going to require. It might be able to run on my GPU, which has 24 gigabytes of VRAM, or it might need more. So we might have to pop some things into our CPU RAM, which is going to be using GGML for it, but those are slower than models ran on the GPU. I was like, you might be able to get away with using CPU and GPU for a project like this, but yeah, there's going to be a lot of speed things to consider here.
Hello, how are you?
Okay, so cool. The DMO Speech does in fact work here as a package, and I'm not really going to question too much of what Claude Code did here because I don't think it's going to break anything. So yeah, we got the TTS working. It can be instantiated like this, pass in a model, and it seems like it works. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, like most of the models, so if it's any consolation, I will be using several commercial models here. So like OpenAI, Gemini, probably use some of those for like big brain thinking, and most of the local stuff should be fairly doable. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see as we develop here. Unreal Engine 5 to power the 3D model, 20 gigabytes with, wow, that's a lot of space, right? Yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be up there because we're running a lot of things in tandem here, which is crazy. That, you know, we need more. I think Unreal Engine 5 would be interesting. I would probably want to look at that also for 3D modeling. I showed you guys that game yesterday, right? Whispers from a Star. In my opinion, that type of modeling style is actually fairly desirable for like maybe like a model. So that would be pretty cool to see if that would be possible. But I have no Unreal Engine 5 programming experience or any experience in that. But, you know, that's another thing to learn. Let's see. Does Chatterbox Tokenizer have nonverbal tags? They do have nonverbal tags. They're just not in the dataset, so they can't use them. Is DMO Transformer versioned? I think DMO Speech does have a transformer in it because F5 TTS uses diffusion transformers, if I'm not mistaken. And the way that DMO Speech learns is from F5 TTS. Oh. Yeah, no, gathering insights. Hey, that's what the stream is for. I mean, I do have a Discord chat. However, like I said, the Discord, I'm not really on there too much. And that's too many signals hitting me. So I got a lot of things that I'm working on. And that might be one too many. But we'll see. DMO Speech. DMO doesn't have a training script yet released by the author. We'll probably be waiting on that to see if he's able to, or when he's able to do that. but he's been I think this author has been fantastic with sharing his work. Luckily, we are able to benefit from the work that he's been sharing. So I think he'll be releasing it sometime in the future. Yeah, clean up and test. Yeah. So under construction for DMO Speech 2. Yeah, I do have a Discord here. Let me see. I'll shoot a link. The donk. I do have that Discord there, so you guys can hop in there. Like I said, I don't hop on there too often, but if I do see some interesting chats, I will try to tune in and chat around. So, but yeah. Okay, so I think that is gonna be it. We have we have the TTS working here, so I mean, boom, TTS done. TTS done for NeuroClone. LLM is empty. ASR is empty. Utils is empty. And yeah, I'll be, maybe working on some off stream, and we'll see. All right, we'll get some. I'll boost the music to depart, because I'm gonna be closing up stream. Yeah, I AFK'd too long, and now I've logged out. I don't even know what the AFK timer on RuneScape is anymore, but yeah. Well, hopefully you guys have enjoyed the stream. This is like the third day in a row that I've streamed, and I normally don't stream. So I am trying to create more content. I think streaming is going to be another form of content. I've got a video that I'll be making for the DMO Speech soon, so look out for that one, how you can install it and set it up. I'll have to re-record a video on it just because I've changed how it works, so we'll be doing that. Yeah, so no, I don't think we're gonna cook Neurosama. To be honest, I think Vidal's been very on it in terms of being active and doing collaborations. Like, he is VTubing. Like, he is. It's not just the technology. It's also being very active behind it. So I don't know. Maybe we will cook him, but I don't think we'll cook him. I think he'll be at the top for quite a while. But yeah, this project, am I going to open source this project? Maybe. I think I'm leaning towards members are going to be able to get access to this project, just to provide an incentive to the members and to have kind of a reward for members on the channel, because I want to try to give members more on the channel, right? So I think I'll be doing that for this project, but we'll see how that goes. I also would be interested in making my own 3D model. That would be interesting. Uh-oh. I don't think I can play this music on stream either. It just autoed. I'm about to get copywritten with that song. But yeah, the song is finished, and I think that's gonna be it for today's stream. So I mean, once again, thank you guys for tuning in. Very much appreciate you guys coming in to chat with me. It's been the 2 hours have gone by very fast because you guys are here to keep me company. And I was only supposed to stream for 1 hour. Look at us, 2 hours. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get a full workout in, but alrighty. I will see you guys not tomorrow because I've got something to do in tomorrow's morning. Maybe Friday. Maybe I'll stream on the weekends as well, but we'll see. But other than that, thank you guys for tuning in. I will catch you guys later, and see you later.